I got a lot of stuff going through my head. Next question for you. We see at the moment in UK that we've got a government that is desperately trying to strip away the rest of common law. We can see that. I may be using the wrong term, but we're watching the government try to effectively trick people into believing that statute law is the only law. And of course, the next step, I believe, that we would see in this country, if we let it happen, is that statute law will then be merged with corpus juris, which is the European law, which is going into the French-type jurisdiction.
Yeah, why don't you flip to that page right there?
Can we bring up that one, Mike, please? The one on the screen? That one.
No, next one. Keep going.
No, it's this one.
That's the one.
Right.
This is what I try to explain to people all over the place. I said, obviously, at one time, the whole entire planet basically was common law, or customs based on the people of the land. Now you can see how blue, you can say the color right there is blue. The blue symbolizes civil. The civil law, the statute law, the Napoleonic Code worlds. So obviously, eventually in time, this whole world, that's why you got Sharia law then too. You can see the Islamic country with the Sharia law. But you can see how very few countries are basing it on that Sharia law and common law, and almost the whole entire planet now is under some sort of a code. And that's what I said.
Sorry, which colour is common law at the moment?
Brown. Australia, India, you see that?
Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
America, and the North American, well, except for Mexico.
Right.
That's also a code world. But like I said, this is what I'm saying that was just happening. They are going to get a one world order sometime in the future. There's no doubt about it. I mean, it's overwhelming unless people somehow realize that the government serves man, not man serves government, that man isn't a person within a government. We are self-governing. Like when the United States of America opened up for business again on October 17th, I should have put that slide on there. I think you forgot to put it on.
Well, we can bring it up now.
Well, no, I think you forgot what it was. Is Barack Obama, when he opened up the federal government again, he said, you folks have to realize, because they realized whatever they were trying to do by closing the federal government, I think they were hoping there'd be riots in the street, chaos, mayhem. Nobody cared. The American people, we could not care less. You know what? You close up Washington, we don't care. Go home. You want to try to do what? You have no impact on man. Do whatever you want. So they realized, oh, wow, this really hasn't any effect on man within the society, does it? No, we really don't care in the United States.
This to me is a really important thing, because the British Constitution Group, going back a couple of years, was beginning to realise that you could either stay trying to fight in the political system, you tried to get a party elected or an MP elected, or you simply, and I'm going to stick up for Roger Hayes on this one, because he was the man. He said, well, no, we should simply say to the MPs at the moment who are causing all the trouble, go away, go and play on your own. We don't need you.
We basically ignore them, right? We basically we don't give them any credence to their existence on planet Earth. So what's funny is, like I said, Barack Obama said when the government opened up for business, he says, you do realize the greatest gift our founders gave us was the right to self-govern. So self-governing, so when the government, somebody, like you said, somebody from the government does something to interfere with your right to self-govern, that's called terrorism. And all terrorism is the interference with the proper function of a government. So if I'm self-governing and you're standing in my way, you're interfering with my right to self-govern. I want to go from point A to point B. For some reason, you believe that you have some sort of authority or right to stand in front of me and interfere with me from going from point A to point B. Well, that's terrorism. That's interference with the proper function of a government, and I'm self-governing. So you have monarchy governments, democratic governance, self-governance. You have all kinds of governance.
Right. UK column, we've been doing it for quite a while now. We've been pointing a finger at our government and members of the government, so David Cameron and we'll say William Hague in particular, since they're the ones pushing for the wars overseas. And we are saying that they are trying to label anybody who criticised the government as a potential terrorist, at least. Yeah. We see this happening more, but we've been pointing a finger back saying, no, the domestic terrorists in this country are the very people sat in Westminster, because they are now oppressing.
Well, like I said to folks too a lot of times, the public servants, like I said, with like a Barack Obama, you know, I'm sure he's a lovely man. He'd probably be a great neighbor. I'm sure he's got a beautiful wife, good kids. I'm sure he has a dog. He'd collar it, chain it up, you know, make sure I don't poop on my lawn. He's a great man. But he's still my public servant. I don't care what my servants are doing as long as they don't interfere with my existence on this earth. They're my servants. They answer to me. I don't answer to him. So, but like I said, with people like my law dictionary, I wrote the word citizen, and citizen comes from the word civis, and civis is Latin for a member of a family. So now, if you want to be a citizen of the United States, obviously then that's Daddy Obama. And obviously you're going to be subordinate to him because you're a member of his family. Now, I owe a duty and allegiance to me, to the Lentz family. You know, then I could say then to God, and then I'll worry about the people, the country. But to me, my first duty is to my family. I'm a Lentz. I'm a citizen of the Lentz family. So if I'm not a citizen of the United States, because I could only be, I could only do it like owed one master. You know, that's my Lentz family. I owe a duty and obligation to them and them alone. If they don't require me to perform a service to them, then I'll worry about taking care of God. Then I'll worry about taking care of Barack Obama's family. But my family comes first. I'm a citizen to my family first.
Okay.